Hello everyone! So today we're going to do this avatar. I have it with a zoom here just so we can see better. So basically those avatars that we see on like a menu or user menu or something. And so we're going to do the default square, border, square, icon, initials. So this is in case the user doesn't pass like an image, and you can put this icon or just the initials for his names, their names, and the dot like some notification or something just to show. So yeah, basically that's it. So let's start by using npx nuxt latest init, and for the name of the project let's call avatar Nuxt. Let it see, it starts. Yes, install the packages. Okay, so we're gonna enter the folder. So cd avatar Nuxt. Did I put the wrong name? Yes, I did. And inside here, let's open our editor with code space dot. I'm going to put it here. So this is the basic files that it comes to when we install. Let me get this a little bit bigger. And let's do npm install to install the packages. We are doing this while he's making the installations. We are doing a lot of components using Tailwindcss and Nuxt. So the idea is to do these components using Nuxt, and next in this video is Nuxt. I'm going to make like 2 playlists of this. You can check that out. Make sure to subscribe and like to help us to grow on YouTube. And also, if you want to get the files for this project, you can do that. I'm going to let in the description for anyone who supports this channel on Patreon. You can get the files. This is going to help us a lot. Okay, so while he's making here the installations, let's see what we get here. So we have this basic thing here. I'm going to app.view. We're going to remove this Nuxt welcome. Let's put it Nuxt app. I'm going to add a folder here called pages. Inside pages, we're going to call index.view. We're going to add a template here. Let's add an h1 home just to see if it's working. Also, let's put a script tag here with setup. Let's save. And for the public, we can remove this fave icon here. Yes. I believe this is it. Let me see if it already finished. Okay, we already have it here. So we are going to need to install Tailwindcss, and we are going to need to install the Nuxt image, which is a component that we're going to replace our image tag that we usually use on HTML. So first, let's install the... Let's come here and let's put Tailwind Nuxt. Let me get here. We have a module for that we're using when we have Tailwind. We have a module for that in Nuxt. So we're going to copy this because I'm using npm. I'm going to go npm install save dev nuxt tailwindcss. And also we need to add the modules here in our nuxt.config. So we have nuxt.config.ts. We need to add the modules to make sure it's working. What else did I say we're going to use? We're going to use Tailwind. We're going to use icons because... No, we're actually not going to use icons. So just this. And now let's install Nuxt image. I'm going to install it everything already, just to make sure it's going. Not sure the name. Let's go to all here. Let's get forgot image. So I have the first one here, which is image, and let's go to the documentation. Let me see here, npm install. This is a dev dependency, not here, here. npm install -d nuxt image, and I don't know the name of this in English. In Portuguese, I think it's arroba rc. Okay, let's see if everything is working. Good. Now npm run dev. So Nuxt you don't need to add those basic config for Tailwind if you're not going to do anything like more than the basic, because it already is created for you. Okay, we have it here. I think I can close. This is the one that I was showing before. Oh, I'm going to leave this here. Let me put this on the side. Let me put this here. Let's put this a little bit here like this. It's not showing our home. Did I did anything wrong here? Next app. It's next page. Next page, not next app. Okay. So now we have it here. We have index. Let me put this other one here. Okay, so now what we need to do is we're going to create a folder here. Let's call components. Inside here, let's call our avatar.view. And we have a template here. With this template, let's put a div here. And h1, let's call avatar. And just to make sure it's working, let's put in a script setup. I need to make some shortcut for this. And inside index, let's call avatar. Yes, it's avatar from there, but not like this, like this. And like this. Good, so we have avatar here. Now we can actually start to make our avatar component. So let me see. The first thing we need to do is actually we need to use the Nuxt image. You can use the regular image tag, but for now we are going to use the Nuxt image because it already, what it does, like it gets our original image and it resizes to fit the user screen. So he's not going to download the original, the full image. He's going to download the image that is best to show on the user screen. Let me get the image. You can get the image, any image you want. I'm going to get this image here that I got online. So for that, we're going to place this in public. So this is the image that I got, this black woman. And now let me see. Okay, so now what we need to do is let's add some classes here. Let's see the size of this. Before the classes, let's put like source. So we're going to need source, and this is going to come from a prop. So I'm going to have a prop here. So let's put define props. And inside here, let's put image. I really like to put the types. So this type is string. Let's put const props here before define props, because we're going to probably need to use the props to make conditional rendering. Good here. Now we are going to come here. We need to call this template. Inside here, let's put a class here. Not a class. Let's put a div and a class. Let's put, I'm going to put mbottle 10 because I don't want these DevTools to hold us. Otherwise, probably one of the avatars is going to be below that. And for the Rex, the next, let's put 2. And okay, so we have avatar here. And we put image. For the image, let's put our public folder here that we are using. So since you are using the public folder, you can put the image directly. So let's put woman.jpg. And for some reason it's not working. Let us restart here. No. What is not right here? If I put the classes, let me put classes here just so that we can make the height and the width. Let's put 40 pixels each. No, it's still not showing. Let me close this and start again. Let me see if this is the reason. Oh yeah, I'm not. I already know why. On Nuxt config, we need to add our Nuxt image. So let me take here. On modules, we need to add Nuxt image. And close this. Let's see if it's working. And close the app. Good, we have it here. Let me put this in the center. So that makes display flags, justify center, item center, align items center. Okay. So here we have it. And this is, I have a zoom here, okay, just so that you can see better. So let me see here what we need now. We're gonna have, for first, let us put here what we want. Let me put here the default. Let me put the flex cool. Okay, so this is the default. We're gonna have the default square and the default circle. So for the default, we need to put basic rounded foo. Okay, so rounded foo is going to give us these classes here that's gonna make it shows the border radius is 50%. What else do we need now? Let's make now another one. Let me copy this. Let's make square is, my goodness, square. For the square, we're gonna need a conditional class here. So let me put a prop here. Let's call square. The type is Boolean. So if this is square, we're going to make a const here. Let's call square avatar. It's going to be a computed property. And if we have props.square, we're going to return rounded. So rounded class for Tailwind is just going to give a slight rounded borders, like border radius. Otherwise, we return rounded full. And okay. So now we need to take this out. Let me put a conditional class here. I'm going to put an array because probably going to use other for the border. So let me put square avatar. Let me see if it works. It didn't work. It didn't work because I didn't have it here. So square. Good. Now we have it. So we have the square here and we have the default, which is completely rounded. Just remember that this is zoom in, so it's not gonna be the normal size. It's this. It's you can change the size if you want. If you wanna make it bigger. What else? So we have the square. Let's add some borders. So I'm going to copy this. Let's put border. And let me make two of this. So one is border rounded and another one is border without, with border square. So, and what we need here is, we need the border. So let me make a prop here first, border prop. It's going to be a Boolean type. So if you have the border, I'm going to do the same thing as we did here. Const border. We have two here. Border avatar. It's going to be a computed. And if we have props.border, we are going to return ring 2. So this is the width of the border, and let's put the border is going to be blue 500. And for here, let's put border and border here. And now, of course, I need to add border here for the conditional classes, border avatar. Good, but I want this to be separate. So let me put class here. Let me put a margin top. Okay, good. Margin top. I really don't like the size of this. Okay. I'm not sure if you are seeing because maybe... Oh, now I think I was at the... My face was showing up here. Now it's not. So I'm going to let it like this. Or maybe I put this on this side. And I put this on this side. Good. Okay. So now what we need to do is, I'm going to put this on here. Maybe more. Okay. Maybe bigger. Okay. What we need here is, we have border. Now what else? Border and border square. Let's put an icon. And in case the user doesn't pass an image, we show an icon instead. For that, the first thing we need to do is install the module Nuxt icon for the modules. We have a module for Nuxt that has over 100,000 icons. Not sure why it's thinking that much. Is it my internet? Not sure. Come on! Next, we have already it here. Come here. Come on! Come on, you can do it! Okay, we have it here. So let me copy this. Let us end it here for a second. So npm install save dev Nuxt icon. And we also need to add Nuxt icon to the modules. Nuxt.config. Save. It's getting a little bit slower. My machine is getting slower. Come on, machine. It didn't even start here. It's because of OBS. It's because I'm using too much here. Maybe if I close something, I'm going to close this too. Maybe it becomes faster. Come on. Okay, good. So npm run dev so that we can continue our project. I can close this on index. So now what we need to do is, if we have the icon property, and if you don't have the image, we are going to show the icon. Actually, what we can do is, if we don't have the image, then we can show the icon. So let me put here if image. So if we have the image, it's going to show this. Otherwise, it's going to show, let's put the name here. So otherwise, it's going to show the icon. So v else. And for the name, first is the library, which is material design. 2 dots. User, I don't think it's user, I think it's account. .network. Account. Okay. And let me put this here. So let me copy here and put here an icon. We don't finish this in this. I'm going to delete this. Just basic avatar. Okay, we need to make something that we have other options here. The background is missing. Why the background is missing? Okay, so I think we need to add a div here. And v else is actually going to come here. I'm going to... Okay, now we need to add class. Not here, class it's here. This is going to be the size. I'm going to put the size here. 40 pixels, I think it's good. I'm also going to put the color to be gray. Okay, we have it here. Now we need the background. So for the background, let me put the height 40 pixels, the width 40 pixels, and round it through, because I want to be a circle. The border radius is going to be a circle, and the background, let me put PG gray 100. Okay, there we have it with our icon here. Good. What else do I need now? Okay, we have border, we have icon. Now let's add the initials. Initials. And we're going to pass a prop here. Let's call initials. In this case, I'm going to put CS of coding station. We are going to add here initials. For the type, we're going to put string. And now let us think. Let me think. We need to add here initials. but I don't have a prop for icon, so I'm going to do something else. I'm going to do a div here. This is going to be the initials. And inside here going to be v else if initials. If you have initials, if you have image, it's going to show image. If you don't have image and you have initials, it's going to show the initials. Otherwise, it's going to show the icon. So this is what we see here. We need to add classes here that it shows that everything, the background. So height 4 pixels, width 40 pixels, background gray 100. Good. So rounded full to make it circle. I'd put display flex, justify center e align items center. Okay. I'm going to put font. This is it's good like this or it's too big? I think it's good. Font medium. Font medium. Text gray 100. No, not 100. 600. Good. And should I make this text bigger? Text Excel. Yeah, I think it's it. It's good. Let us save. This is what we have here for our initials. What else do we want? We want the dot. So if you have like a notification or something, you can have like a dot. And let me put here, I'm going to put image woman.jpg. And we're going to put the dot, a prop that's called dot, JPG, not JPS. Good. So now for the dot, we are going to make a span. And for that span, we're going to check if you have a prop. So let's put dot here for the props. Type, it's going to be Boolean. If, so v if dot, then we have, let's put class. We need to put this dot here. So for that, let's put a class here that it's relative. So this is position relative, and this is going to be position absolute. Absolute. My goodness. Absolute. The height, let's put 3.5, which is 20, 50, 60, something like that. You can play around with this if you want to. If you can make it bigger or smaller. The background, let's call BG red. Let's put 400. It's not working. We have the dot here. We have avatar. Absolute. Okay, so the dot is here. This is not what I expected. It's a square here. It's not a square that I want. I want rounded full. But okay, you have absolute, so we need top top 0, and we need left 7. So this is going to be positioning of the absolute. So the 7 pixels, 0 pixels. This is not actually 7 pixels. This is 32 pixels because we are multiplying not multiplying by 4. It's true RAM. And so true RAM gives, oh my goodness, yes, it's 28 pixels. Sorry, I was confused. I want to add a border here. So let's put the width of this border to be 2 pixels. And I want to be white, so border white. Yeah, I think it's good like this. I think it's good. So what else do I need here now? We have this for the rounded, but I want the same thing when it's square. So we add these classes here, square and border avatar. What if he wants to use the same things like the icon or the initials or the dot with square? So I'm going to copy this and we're going to put the same thing here. So for that we need to let's delete all rounded fill. I'm going to put it here. I'm going to put it here. Save. Okay, now if we put like square, you can test it everything with square, right? Border. You have default, my goodness. Default square border, icon and icon square. Square, good. Let's put a class here, mt2. Initials. Initials is square. Good. Let me put the class mt2. And the dot, but the dot square. Oh, okay, so something is not right here. Let me put a class mt2. Let me see. The position here must change. So what we need here is border. We don't have border here because the border, this is just for this. So there's no border here. But we need another condition. And also we don't need square avatar. Because this is going to be the image, so we don't need a square avatar either. What we do need is a proper square. So we can do like this. We can put square. Oh my goodness. E square. If it's square, it's going to be the top is going to be minus top 2, because I want this to be a little bit up. So the minus top 2 is going to give us last 8 pixels. Otherwise, we have top top 0, which is what we already have here. And the same thing is, we can remove this. So we have minus top 2 and we have, let's put left 8. And here we put left 7. And let me delete this. Everything is square now. Is this supposed to be square? Oh, only the bottom one. Square. Square, square, square. So where is the rounded? Rounded foo. Am I missing something? Rounded foo? Yeah, but the rounded foo, it's only if we have only if it's not square. Now let's say, okay. Oh, guys, what am I doing? What am I thinking? Everything is rounded, so now it's correct. Rounded here. So now we have it. Everything's working fine. Maybe if you want, you can play around with these values to give us a little bit less here or there. I think it's good. Okay, guys, I hope you enjoy it. I'm gonna let the files there. If you want to, just make sure to help us on Patreon. And make sure to tell me which component you want to see next. Okay? See you on next video.